we were able to run the football, establish that, and that kind of opened up some things play action wise. But we knew we had to be able to run the football in the second half if we wanted to win the game. And then we talked about creating some turnovers on defense to try to give our offense some short fields. We were able to do that a couple of times. We beat a really good football team. The Jackrabbits were ready to play. We were ready to play. It's a great rivalry. It was, great battle for the first half, and second half we were able to make just a few more plays. They've got a really good football team, but I was really pleased with our guys' effort and our guys' resolve in the second half. So, take any questions.
If you could sum up what changed offensively in the second half in a sentence or two. I think you scored on all 5 possessions other than kneel down. What changed?
Well, I thought Coach Polisek and the offensive staff did a great job of just changing up some of the blocking schemes, running some plays out of some different formations, and I thought, bottom line, we blocked better up front and with our tight ends and fullbacks.
How would you sum up Kyle Manning today?
He was pretty good today, wasn't he? It doesn't surprise me what Kyle does. Kyle is an unbelievable football player, and he's a playmaker. And when games are in this magnitude, he shows up and makes big time plays, and he's difficult to block on the edge. There's no question about that.
Carson Wentz running the ball 100 yards today. Were you guys trying to get him more touches on the ground?
Well, we just thought there were some areas that we could at least have an advantage if we used our quarterback run game, so to speak. So we knew that there was going to be some opportunities where he was going to have to carry the ball. Now, I don't know if we wanted him to carry it 16 times, but some of those were scrambles. I think we maybe had 10 or 12 design runs. But when Carson obviously is most dangerous is when the play breaks down and the receivers are downfield and he can make a play with his feet or with his arms. So I thought he had an exceptional second half.
How much do you think that first drive of the second half changed the kind of momentum or complexity?
Absolutely, it changed the momentum. We talked about it at halftime that we got the ball in the second half. They elected to take the ball on the opening kickoff, so we got it at halftime. And being down 10-6 and them just scoring to get ahead, I thought the first drive was going to be critical on both sides of the ball, and we were able to march it. What was it? We took 6-7 minutes off the clock, I believe, and got the touchdown, and then we were able to get a 3-and-out on defense. So I thought that was really critical. Once again, and I think it showed up a bunch in the second half, the time of possession was to our advantage, and that made our kids really fresh on defense.
Your time of possession, coming into the game, did you expect to run it 50-plus times? Was that what you were looking for?
Yeah, we really did. We wanted to establish the run and run the football. I think they wanted to establish the run and run the football. Both teams are really physical up front, both sides of the line of scrimmage. They've got both teams have tremendous backs and take a lot of pride in their ability to rush the football. And there was no question our game plan was to try to run the football.
The center got loose for the first time in 4 years on a couple occasions. Do they do different schemes?
No, I think he's a great back. I mean, I thought we defended him tremendously for 4 times, and I don't think he got 100 today. He was pretty close, and give the kid credit. He's a great running back, and I thought we were in right position a couple times, and like we talked about it earlier in the week, if you miss your fit or try to arm tackle that kid, he's going to run through you, and I'm really impressed with him as a running back and always have been.
Did you reject or embrace the label of second half team for your group of guys?
We talk about it, that we talk about our pride and conditioning a lot and how we're a conditioned team to be able to hopefully play our best football in the second half. But no, I don't want to get too much into that. We've got to play a little bit better in the first half. I was a little bit frustrated with how we played in the first half. And that being said, we had a 6-3 lead and probably should have taken it into the half 6-3 and then give them credit. They made a nice drive and scored a touchdown.
What was the magnitude of that 4th-and-1 stop in the second half?
Well, we got to win those plays. I mean, those are 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. Those are plays we've got to be able to win on defense. And on offense, I know we converted a couple of 3rd and short or 4th and short. So you bet it took a lot of momentum away from them.
Everything's made about Carson's arm. How impressed were you with his? Have you seen him run? But was this his best day you've seen run the football?
Probably. He's such a great athlete, and if you're going to gear up to just stop John, I think we have enough things that we're able to do in the quarterback run game to make him successful. And yeah, he's just such a composed guy. He got hit a lot, but he bounces back up, and he's a competitive kid, and my hat's off to him because he played a really good football game, especially in the second half. The offense took over the game in the second half.
Was you surprised to see Sumner, and how did his presence maybe affect, how you defended them?
I wasn't surprised to see Sumner at all. If he was going to have any chance to play, it's a big game for him and for their program. He was going to play. It doesn't change their game plan at all. I mean, he's going to drop back and throw the football, and they've got some exceptional wide receivers. And I thought, I don't know what he finished, but I thought he had a really nice day.
John ran the ball 28 times. You kind of split carries with him and Frazier and Warlock. Is that more of what you guys are going to try to do as the season goes on, give him?
No, I think it was just one of those games that we kind of rode John in this week, but I don't think you can take anything from this game and say, boy, that's what we're going to do moving forward. No.
Describe your seniors play on defense. That Emmanuel Hegel had a big play.
Yeah. They stepped up. I mean, this was really important to those guys, all the seniors, but those guys specifically on defense. It was really important, and they were really frustrated when we took the 2-score lead. And then give South Dakota State credit. They were able to march the football down and score to turn it back to a 1-score game. Then our offense did another great job in getting it to a 2-score game. They were bound to determine that they were going to stop them, and that's when I think we got the 2 turnovers on the interception and the fumble. But so happy for those seniors. This whole year they've been, under the gun, so to speak, and a lot of pressure on those guys, and they keep answering the bell because of how they prepare to play the game, because they are always hungry. They're not a complacent bunch of guys, and they truly love each other. That's a neat thing about it. These guys love each other, and they have each other's back.
Late in the fourth, Carson scrambled right. Looked like he might have turned his ankle. I know it came back in, but anything there or no?
No, I think he turned it a little bit, but I think he'll be all right.
Any other injuries?
I didn't think so.
Thoughts what back home next week?
I get to see my folks and get to see my brother and his family, and it's another great football game that we're going to have to play next week at Northern Iowa.